And listen up, parents, if your kids want to play outside or they have to wait for the school bus, stay vigilant. You or your kids could get frostbite in these cold temperatures if you aren't careful. Frostbite tends to start with redness of the skin and cause a tingling or numbing sensation. When that starts to happen, it's important to get warm. The National Weather Service says remove any wet clothing and warm up with dry layers of blankets and clothes. Don't use any artificial heaters or fireplaces. Try not to put any pressure on the areas with frostbite. Put the affected skin in warm water, not hot. If someone has frostbite or hypothermia, it's important to seek medical attention right away.